Good evening, everybody. This is Lo from Custom Creations by Lo. Tonight I am going to do some UV creatures for a tray that I want to make. I've made it before. It was my first time. Wasn't too thrilled with it, if you can see that there. And the reason I wasn't thrilled with it is because this is one of those items, like I've said, I like to repurpose things. So this was one of the children's little food tray things. It has a little, let me grab the right one. That's the one I made. This was the actual tray. Little child's, snack thing. It's silicone. It's got the little suction thing on the back of it to hold it in place for them. It's by Melly. And I saw it, somebody was giving away. I said, hey, I can use that for resin. So I brought it home. I did cut out the little section here at the tail so that the resin would be able to go through it, because otherwise it would have been like separate pieces, wouldn't look good. So today I'm going to retry making this mold. But first I have to create all the little creatures that I want to go into it. So that's what I'm going to do. But again, this, it wasn't bad, but it definitely could have been better. So what I'm going to do is I have a bunch of little silicone molds here. I got these from Temu. Like this one, it has shells. This one has a shell and a star. This has 2 shells and 2 starfish. We have this one here that has, looks like a dolphin, a starfish, a seahorse, and a crab. They're very small. Then I also have this one with the starfish. It's textured, and some other shells. And last, of course, not least, the little turtles. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be brushing these with some mica powder. The same ones that I have been using and posted in my links. I will post them again. So basically, I'm just going to start one off. I'm not going to do all these on camera because it'll take me a while. So once I get them all painted and the mica brushed on, then we will come back and I will show you how we do them in the UV light. So I think I'm going to kind of do some of the shells in this pink. It's just basic pink, sorry. And maybe blend in just a touch of maybe a little bit of this sunny gold. That's pretty. I think they'll blend really nicely together, give it a nice color scheme to it. So I'll go ahead and do this first one, and then I will take you off camera and I will do the other ones. Once I get them painted, I'll come back. So always remember, tap down your mica powders because they will go to the top, because I keep mine turned upside down in the box so that way I can identify them easily by the color. Now there should be enough in these lids that I won't need to actually dip into the bottle quite yet. So here's the pink and the gold. Just going to take this little brush. This is the one that comes with Let's Resin powders. So let's see. I said I was going to start off the shell. So let's go with the bigger shell first. That way it'll be easier for you to see. I'm just going to dip my brush in there a little bit. Just lightly stroke it. Nothing too heavy or anything like that. Just enough to get that little bit of pearlescence in there. So I hope everybody is doing well. I know everybody's hearts and prayers are with those that are in Texas. That went through this flood and stuff. It's just horrible. So heartbreaking. Alright, so we got the pink in this first one. And then I'm going to do the same to the other one. And remember, whatever color touches your silicone first, that's going to be the color that you're going to see. And I'm going to use my switching sponge here so I can go into the other color real quick. Because I want to do the opposite of these. I want to start the pink with this one and the gold in that one. And vice versa on this one. So, we'll take that in there. Just lightly brush it. We're not trying to cover it all. We're just trying to get just a little nice sheen in there. Okay. Well, try to be careful, and look what I did. It went all over the place. Oh, I don't even know why I did that, because I have to do the other shell yet. I don't know about y'all, but today's been one of those days I just can't get myself together. Couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to make today. So I was going back and forth, thought about different molds and stuff. And I thought, you know what, I need to do one like I promised, repurposing something, making it something different. So that's how I came up with this fish mold today. All right, so there's the gold one on that, and that is going to be pretty. Get a little bit of pink for this other one. And I'll flip them over just to make sure that I can see both colors. Worst case scenario is I have to wipe some of it out with the baby wipe, and then just redo it. All right. So these are kind of hard to see through, but that's kind of what they're looking like. Can you see that sheen of the two different colors? I think that's going to be really pretty. Get something in the back of my mold here. Can't imagine what. There we go. All right, so I think those should be good. Maybe do just a tad more pink in this one area. There we go. All right. So we will put this lid on, and maybe while we have this gold out, we'll go ahead and do the same for these starfishes that are in here. Kind of do the same, but I want to make them just a little more golden. And for that one, I'm going to use this crystal white. Okay, and then we'll do what we did with the shells. We will do the opposite first. I was able to get in the pool today. It was really, really hot. It was sweltering, but the water was a good temperature, nice refreshing temperature. My husband is a very good pool caretaker. He does a job really well. He'll like open the pool at night and leave it open and then close it again in the morning, and we won't open it until sometime in the afternoon to keep the temperature down. And it is very comfortable and very refreshing. He's not like me. I get in and I just float around, do some exercises, and I can be in there for a while. He's the total opposite. He will dive in, cool off, and do that a couple times, you know, before the end of the evening. All right, so put the lid on that. Tap it down. And as you can see, we have the stars done, or the starfish, and the two shells. And then I'll do the UV resin in those. And you know what? Since there's only 4, let's go ahead and do those now. And then I'll finish the rest of them when we're off camera. Now, because this is UV resin, I know I've said it before, I apparently am very sensitive to it, so I have to wear 2 pairs of gloves. I was clearing my trash out the other day and forgot that there was some UV resin paper towels in there, and they got on my hands, and sure enough, it blistered up and all that good stuff. So I guess I have to be extra careful, but that's why I'm putting on 2 pairs of gloves, so I don't have that problem. So the resin we're using, UV resin, is J. Diction, and it is the hard type. I am excited because I've got a surprise coming this week that hopefully you will enjoy. It's not supposed to be here till Thursday, so we'll all have to wait for that to show up. Let's go ahead and get these done. I got my Hasatec UV lamp out. It's the one that I've linked before. We're just going to fill these 3/4 of the way up because I may back them with black. I'm not sure yet. Now, I hope that everybody is able to see what I'm doing. I'm trying a new setup for my camera today, and so that I can get y'all in closer, and hopefully the audio will be more clear. You'll have to let me know if it is better, what you think about it, and if it works, then great. Then we will continue with it, and if not, then I'll work on something else. Also, before I forget, I do want to thank everybody that has liked and subscribed to my channel so far. Y'all, I can't tell you how excited it has made me to see new subscribers every day. It's fantastic. It just gives my heart such joy. I also want to tell you, for those that have subscribed to my channel, and if you have a YouTube channel and you don't see me subscribed, I probably am, but under my other account name. So my plan is to subscribe on this channel, so I will have you on there, and then unsubscribe as my other account, so that way, you know, you're not getting, I don't know, double whammy or something, or any kind of trouble for having, you know, a user being on there multiple times. So as I get going further, I will get that taken care of, but do know I appreciate it so much for all of your likes, your comments, your sharing, and you subscribing. So thank you so much. All right, so we're going to pop these in the UV lamp here, probably for 2 minutes, and let that go. And then, like I said, I may do black behind these and finish this set off, and then go off camera. So we will just see how that works. And I have been playing with another product that I don't know if many of you have tried, but it's the dipping resin, and I decided to kind of play around with it, and I made this little heart with some wire and dipping it, and then I colored in some UV resin and just painted it on so it had a color. And I got it off Temu, and it's this little bitty jar, and I know that you can buy bigger jars, but I thought, well, let me see what it's like before I go buying a bigger jar. But it's really cool. I mean, it's super hard. It does give you new options to play with wire, you know, wire jewelry and that kind of thing. So that was my little test thing. Turned out kind of cute. Not perfect, but cute. All right. So I would also like to say, you know, if you have requests or you want to purchase any of the items that I've made, please email me at my email, heartlovers@gmail.com, and I will respond on there. And again, I just appreciate all of y'all being here, and I am hoping that this camera setup is going to work better. From what I can see, it looks like you're, you know, closer to it, so that's always good. And we got a few more seconds on this, and yep, they're almost cured. While we're waiting on that, let me show you these adorable resin inclusions I got the other day when I was at Michael's. There is this confetti. They're like little dots. They're so cute and colorful. There are these little dog bones. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can see them in there, but they're bronze and white, and they're just little doggy bones. And then these metallic flowers. They're so pretty. Then I got one other one, and it... Oops, that's not the right one. It is like little... They look like little rhinestones, but they're just little plastic inclusions for resin. I thought that'd be really, really pretty. They do have a changing shifter, like a holographic, but those are going to be really, really pretty. Okay, let's check these. All right. So, they are good. Should I do black on them or should I do white? I think I'm going to do black. And I really like this UV colored resin from Lich Resin. This is the black. So we're just going to put a little bit on here, like so. There. I guess I could have done 2 of each, 2 white and 2 black, but it's too late now. All right, let's see if that's going to be enough. Also, if you have any special requests of a video you might like to see, let me know, and I will do my best to try to do that for you. I was watching Laura's design studio today, and she does different like collaborations and that kind of stuff, and she said, I think it was this week, she had one for a 3D bloom, and she had never made one, and I'm thinking, nor have I. So I may try to practice one, but first I need to get me a temp gun so I can, you know, check the temperature, because apparently that is very important. And I do not have one. Okay, so we got the black on there, and I'll get my, well, I guess it's around this side. Here we go. Get my long neck lighter, just kind of run this over, and then we'll pop it in there again. Oh, also, I know when I first mentioned the UV lamp that I had, that I said I think it was like 3 minutes. I was wrong. It does have five minutes, so it is, you know, does have that on there. So I apologize for that mistake, but it does have 5 minutes. And while we're waiting on that to cure, I'm just going to clean up some of this mica powder I've got going on here. I have had some really good feedback from people, so even if you don't think I will like it, please don't be scared to share that information with me. If you think there's something I could do differently or better, or you know, that kind of thing, then please just let me know, and I will definitely work on that. Also got myself a handy dandy little remote, so I don't have to keep reaching back and forth to my camera. So that's been really, really helpful. And also, Tammy from Repurposing That has a Facebook page. I don't know if if you watch her or not, but please go check her out. She's awesome. She does some really great projects, and her Facebook page we're trying to grow it. So just a little shout out for her. Go check her out if you haven't. If you have, leave her a like, comment, and check out her Facebook page. It's Repurposing That, except that the E in the me is a 3. So if you can't find the Repurposing with the E, just replace it with that 3 and you'll be good to go. Looks like maybe this one black has shrunk down. Can't really tell. It's kind of deceiving under the light, but I'm thinking maybe it has, so may have to do it again. Worst is the worst. Gonna close that up. I'm excited to do this fish again because I'm hoping that it will turn out better. It is a nice like tray, if you want to use it outside or something. It does make a nice tray. It doesn't really have any depth to it as far as a lip on it, but still just to have it out as a display. You can set little things on it. Maybe you've got a fish or something, or turtles or whatever. This would be a really, really cute backdrop. I don't know if I'm going to use these abalone shells again. I'm trying to do this one, like I said, a little bit different, so we'll see how it goes. But for a first time, it wasn't too bad, but you can see it is very, very matte on the back because it wasn't meant for this, so. Got a few more seconds to go on this, and like I said, I won't keep you on here for all these. I'll just do this really quick, and then I'll work on continuing making my little other shells and fish, and then we will, when I come back, they will be done, and we will work on doing the tray. All right. So, yeah, see this one, I think it's got a big bubble there or something, because it just looks, I don't know, but I think that's a big bubble. Oh well, we'll just take it out and see what happens. It said that none of them may work, but and I may have to do them all again. So I'm wondering if I should have went with the black. All right, so here is one of the shells. You can see it. It's not quite what I was thinking. I think I should have just let it be clear or white. You can see the pink and the gold in there. Here is the other one again. You can see some of the pink, you can see some of that goldish color, but I'm really not liking this black on it. It really is just not making that stand out. This is the one that has, you can see it had a giant bubble in it. You can even see it from this side here. Again, the colors on those aren't too bad, but here's the other one. But I'm also thinking I don't like these stars for a starfish. They don't really remind me of that. So I'm probably not going to use these for starfish. But I will throw them in my little extra jar that I've showed you before. These two, because who knows, I may be able to do something with them. So with that being said, I will pause you here and come back when I get everything else done and I'm ready to do that tray. Have a great day. Hello everybody, happy Thursday. It's Loretta from Custom Creations by Lo. I hope everybody is doing awesome today, and just coming back to work on this fish mold that I had told you about. I had speculated exactly what I wanted to do with it. So what I've done is I've went ahead and painted the micro powder on to the fish, so you didn't have to, you know, see that, because I'm sure you've seen that many times. I used the same micro powder brand that I have been using from Amazon, Chintakuja. I probably messed that up, but this is the Phthalo Green. So that's what I painted, just the bottom of the tray. And like I said before, this was a child snack tray. I was able to get it. Somebody was getting rid of it, and I'm like, oh, I can use that for a mold. So that's what we're going to do. Now, what I did off camera, as I said before, was I was going to create these resin pieces that I may or may not use in this mold. Since I've had a little time thinking about it, I'm thinking I'm going to go more with some natural colors. And I'll be able to use these, you know, at some other time. But I did do, like you can see, the little turtles. I did some shells, some starfish. We got some seahorses here. And we got these cute little crabs. And like I said, I don't know if I'll be using them today. I also did some shells, different color shells. And so we'll see how it goes. While I was waiting on my debubbler to take care of all the bubbles, I went ahead and mixed up part of what we're going to use. And I didn't do that on camera because my debubbler is a little loud and you wouldn't have been able to hear me. So what I've done is I've made 6 ounces of the resin, part A, part B. Same brand that I've been using, but I'll link it again in this video in my description, so you'll have it in case you haven't watched the other videos. I hope you have. If not, please do go check them out. But I took about, I'd say probably about 2 ounces here, and I mixed up some seashells that I have and some sand with the resin. And as you can see, it's a little gloopy, but hopefully that'll be good. I wanted the sands, the shells to look natural in the sand, so that's why I mixed them up. Now the shells that I use is this jar right here. Bought this from Michael's. I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't very expensive. I've used this a few times, and I still have plenty, as you can see. The sand that I use was just a bag of sand. I don't remember if I got this at Michael's or ordered it off Amazon. Either way, it's not, you know, expensive. And you can use it, you know, if you live close to a beach or something, or you have a collection and you want to use it, feel free to do that. But that's what I use. Now, for what I'm going to do, my hope is that I'm going to take some of this sand mixture and put it here at the bottom angle of the fish. And I do see I have little speckles of sand that I probably blew in there or dropped in there. I'm not even going to worry about it because it is, after all, supposed to be a fish. Things are in the water, so we're not going to worry about it. But let's go ahead, get ready to do that. I will tell you I'm going to be maybe using the Marabou Rainbow. I bought that off Amazon. And then some alcohol inks, not quite sure what color. I have cayenne, emerald green, and then just green. And these are, I bought these off Amazon, and I'm sorry, folks, I cannot pronounce the name. I will link it in my description, but I know for sure I would mess this name up. But again, so we got the green, the emerald green, and cayenne or cyan, whichever way you pronounce it. I vary so. And I may do a combination of all three. I may do just two, but we'll see how it looks once we get it mixed up. So, is everybody doing good this rest of the day? I know it's Thursday now, and hopefully you've had a chance to watch some other videos, the collaborations for Coasting Through the Week. I have not started that yet since I'm new to this, and I just kind of getting my chops in before I go, you know, exploring out there in the other world. So, without further ado, because we don't want this to go really, really long, and I want it to go right, cross our fingers and pray. I'm going to, before I mix up my remaining resin here, I'm still letting it sit here just for a few minutes. I see some stuff in there, but I'll get it out, and then we'll mix it, the colors, the alcohol inks, into our resin there. So let's go ahead, just kind of restir this, and then I'm just going to kind of loosely, you know, go along there, and at least that's my thought. I'm hoping that, you know, I'm hoping that it all goes to plan. So here we go. We're going to start over here. Maybe we'll start in the middle and work our way. We'll start here and then work our way this way and then that way. I'm scooping it out just because I don't want, you know, clear in there. Oh, that's going to be kind of cool. Looks like a sandy bottom. I do want to take a minute again just to thank everybody for those that are watching my videos, those that have subscribed already. It means so much to me to know that, you know, what I'm doing is being viewed and shared and that kind of thing. So thank you so much. I may need to add some more sand into this, but we'll see. I just love this mix though, how the shells are kind of looking natural in there. Yeah, let me go ahead and add a little bit more of this sand in here because I think we're going to need it. I spilt this earlier. Had to use my little mini vacuum, which, by the way, if you don't have one of those, they are truly, truly awesome. Put about that much in there and see how it goes. Yeah, my little mini vacuum, I keep it set right over here. It's that big, and I actually bought this at one of the Amazon surplus stores. I think it was cost me $1, but it works great. All right, so let's go ahead and, oh yeah, that's a lot thicker there, so we'll spread that over and mix it in with the other stuff. I don't know if you can see how much thicker that is, so hopefully that'll be better. Like I said, this is only my second time doing this tray, because it literally is or was a tray, and this is one of my repurposing things. So hopefully it's going to work. Just kind of, yeah, that's a lot better. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but live and learn, right? Live and learn. And also, thank you for your wonderful comments. They also mean a lot. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right. You know, and not totally being a mess up. But you're never going to know anything unless you try, right? And that's the whole part about creating is, You know, it's what you create, you know, what you're feeling. If anybody else likes it, that's awesome. If they don't, hey, you know, no problem. We're each entitled to our own. And, you know, that's just the way life is. I do like having mixed those shells in there, though, because that's giving this a real kind of bottom of the beach, you know, the ocean side. I don't want it perfect, just kind of spreading these shells out a little bit. All right, we will put that there. Get this off our stick. Kind of mix it in some more so we don't just have that clear there. And then we'll add, I'm going to mix the alcohol inks into my remaining resin. And then once I've put some of it in, then we'll look at the other stuff that we're going to put into our little fishy here. Like I said, I don't want it a perfect line or anything like that. I want it to look natural, like the waves, you know, that may have been out there have got hold of the sand and just moved it around. Okay, I'm thinking that looks pretty cool. Now once I get the other resin poured in, then like I said, we'll place our other stuff in there. Here's a shell. Let's get him out here. Yeah, like that. Okay. Let me get a paper towel. Oh, I'm sorry, my nose is doing what my nose does. If I sniffle a lot, I do apologize in advance, but it's going to happen, so. I'm a preventive kind of person, so I try to look at things and stop them from happening before they do. You know, you can't control everything, but you just can do what you can do. All right, so we're going to let that set for a minute, and while I'm waiting on that, let's see. Now this is one of the starfish that I made. I'm thinking this color may blend in too much, so I had made another one that's a little lighter, and I'm thinking I'm going to use it probably like over here or something, kind of turned sideways. But I said I'm going to let that set for a minute, and while that sets, we're going to go ahead and try mixing our alcohol inks. I think the first color I'm going to do is going to be the cyan. Make sure you shake them really good. Now, don't be a dummy like me. When I bought these and I was beginning to do resin, and I bought my alcohol inks, I didn't know that they needed to be opened a certain way. So, like a lot of people, I actually cut the tip off, rather than using these little push pin things that came with them, which I never found in the box until I moved them out of the box and put them in another container. I keep them handy now. But when you don't open these right, they for sure will make a mess. So we're going to put let's see, 1, 2, I don't want it dark, so we're going to put 3 of that in there. Stir it up, and then see how it looks. Now, I'm stirring in bubbles again, but again, this is a water scene, so you expect that in the water. So I'm not going to stress myself about it. There is something right there. Not sure what it is. Probably a piece of glitter from something. Here we go. Okay. And let's go ahead and add a little bit of this green. I'm going to try the same amount. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, I don't want it dark. I just want it to have watercolor, you know. Let's see what that looks like on a stick, because yeah, that's really light, so I think we can add some more of that cyan. One, 2, 3. Let's do 4 just for good measure. Ooh, that's pretty. I think we're getting close to there. Just check it on a paper towel again. Yeah, that's about what I want right there. So we will go with that. We'll go ahead and pour this in. And then arrange some of our other pieces that we're going to be in here. Clean some of this off right here. Some of that. I do feel the resin getting warm, so like I said, I did use the debubbler in this, so we're just going to start here. Now, this may be a 2-part video because, like I said, all right, so we're going to stop right there. You got little bubbles come up, but I really think that this is going to be quite pretty. Let me get my... Like I said, I'm not going to stress about bubbles because, like I said, this is a water scene, so ooh, actually stuck that in there, didn't mean to. It's not good. All right. Okay, let's see. I do see something I want to get out of there, and I think that's where I touched my lighter in. Now these little pieces of sand and stuff that's probably going to float up, I am not going to worry about it again. Why? Because it's, you know, like a beach scene, so it's just natural. All right. I know I've said it on one of my videos, I hate being sticky. Even if my gloves are sticky, drives me to distraction. Okay. All right, so where are my tweezers when you need them? Those are cutters. I don't need those. Thank you. And my tweezers. Now I'm probably looking right at them, and they'll probably stare me in the face. Oh, there they are. All right, so I think the first thing we're going to try putting in here is this starfish. And then we've got crabs. Got a little seahorse there. Put this little starfish here. Of course, you gotta have the turtles. What would be without the turtles? I want to put one over in here. I made 4 of them, so I don't know if we'll need all 4, but we got them. Let's see something in there. Let's get that out. Well, that don't want to be picked up, so let's get some of these little goldfish. Sometimes these things are not easy to pick up with tweezers. Take some of these right here. Like I said, I'm going to have to cover these probably with another layer of resin. And these little starfish that I'm using right here, they came in the jar of shells, believe it or not. I'm going to move this shell right here, like that. Turn that kind of like that. Get the little crab there. Yeah, my resin's getting thick. Putting it through that debubbler, I think, during summer just really causes it to really heat up. And I don't know if it's this brand or, you know, that kind of thing, but I don't necessarily mind it per se because I want my stuff to cure quickly. So I don't want to overdo this, so I'm trying to, I just wanted some of those up there just to give a little color. And then, like I said, I'll finish off the rest of the resin that I have. I'll add a little bit of marabou ink to it, but just to give it some shimmer. But what do you think? Should I add another turtle or two? No, I don't think so, because then I'll be too busy. So let's go ahead, shake up this marabou ink. It's the rainbow. I have put it in a little squeezy bottle because the other bottle that it comes in, it really just gets on my nerves because the ball bearing just gets stuck and stuck and stuck, and I can't really do anything with it. So I'm going to put some in here with the rest of this resin, and then we'll pour it and let it cure. I don't think I'm going to have any extras on this today, so that will be cool. And then once this is cured, if I need to go in and do another coat of resin, then I will. But right now, we'll just see. So I'm going to pour this. And I know it's got bubbles, but like I said, I don't mind it because I think this is just going to give it some extra depth. I've straightened out some of my little creatures, but that's okay. Now I'm going to put this on my heat mat directly. I'll let it sit for a little bit. And then I'll put it on and let it probably sit and cure for about 2 hours. And that hopefully will get us done to where I can come back. And I may do that final coat off camera, because it's going to be the same thing here. And you've seen this plenty of times, so I don't want to keep you in here like forever. Ever and ever. You know how it is, because we all are busy. We all have lives to attend and dinners to fix and, you know, life. And, you know, for me, this is my relaxed time. It's my therapy. Sorry about the noise out there. That's one of my loud neighbors. Has a Mustang. All right. So that's going to take care of that. This is going to be really pretty, I think. Like I said, I'll go in and scooch around some of the items, but yeah, so I will bring this back once it's finished. Hopefully in about 2 hours it'll be cured. And I can put that final coat on it, or top. You can't really see him, he kind of blends in. And hopefully you'll like, share, and subscribe. But we'll get to all that once we get into this video. How about that? All right, my friends, I'll see you in a bit. Hey everybody, we've come to that demold time. Now there's really not a reveal on this because this is going to be the front. We're going to demold it, see what the back looks like. I can tell you right now that some of the items, the shells, even after I had babysit it for a while, some of them rose up a little bit and I can just feel the bare edge of them. So nothing that a top coat wouldn't finish on it. I may or may not do that just because I'm not in love with this piece. And I'm not feeling it, I guess. So we'll go ahead and demold it, take a closer look at it, and I will see you on the next video. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. Help me grow the channel. Thank you to all those again that have subscribed and are watching the videos. I definitely appreciate it. And I did get my new thing that I was waiting for from Amazon to try. I'm excited to do that. I may even come back and do a little short video on that. But we'll see. Anyway, so let's demold this without any further delay. Now, before I do that, this is the front. As you can see, I did a little bit of sand and the mix of the seashells here on the bottom, and I added some of the UV resin, fish and other creatures that I had made and put in here. I do have a bubble right here. Like I said, I can easily drill that out and fill it, you know, if I decide, I'm going to do something with this. Again, it may just be something to sit outside of my pool area, just as a decor type thing, but we'll see. So that is it. And let's go ahead and get it demolded. Now, unlike a regular silicone tray, this, or mold, this is, it's pretty simple actually. Now, the one thing I did think about, looking at my other one that I had made before, is taking this, since the tail is split down here, maybe adding something to it and do some kind of stand, or something like that. As you can see, it comes out clean. But again, we'll see. So it does look better out of the mold. I hope y'all can see that okay. The back is kind of pretty much what I expected. This could even be put on a stand and used as just, decoration that sets up. Let me show you the back. I did paint it with that mica powder, so it does have a little bit of a sheen on it. Since that's the bottom, I'm really not going to worry about trying to shine that up. It's just really not worth it. But as you can see, it's got a few sharp spots I'll have to trim. It does have this little split in the tail, which would be great to make it like maybe some kind of holder or something. You could easily put, I don't know, some kind of frame, for a photo frame, or I even thought like maybe a little candle holder, make a little stand, and the candle light could sit up here. Don't really know. But for right now, I'm not going to do any more to it. It's not bad. It definitely looks better out of that mold, just because that mold was doing the colors. I do like the fact that, you can see through it from the front. It gives it that little bit of movement. And yeah, so let me know what you think, what you would do with this, how you could use it. Even maybe make like a napkin holder of some sort, using this split. But we'll see. But thank you again for watching. I hope that you get some ideas about repurposing items. Like I said, that was not meant to be a mold, but that's what it became. And I look forward to the next video. Have a great day, everybody. And I'll be putting pictures on here, as at the end of the video. Have a good one. Bye.